Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Star Wars Wednesday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron TIE Interceptor. Let's get into it! Let's begin with a look at the packaging. And here we have Star Wars. Warning, don't stick things in your pie hole that don't belong there. Some nice artwork of the second Death Star, I would guess. Can't really tell from here, but yeah, it's probably second Death Star because this only appeared in Return of the Jedi. And then here's a picture of the vehicle. Nice big blister showcasing the figure and mostly just the vehicle, but there's the figure right there. Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron TIE Interceptor number 0078 Jazzwares, and it does have that nice chrome finish to the packaging that usually doesn't show up well on the green screen or the chroma key. Return of the Jedi 40th logo right there. Don't give it to babies. Symbols I'm not going to learn. Warnings. Attention. Don't stick stuff in your pie hole. Problems, call Jazzwares, barcode, this number, Disney print, and Series 4. On the back, Star Wars, and here's some features of the vehicle. You can put the figure inside, and this part opens up too. And then here's that nice tech spec type holographic, whatever you want to call it, that you clip and collect, and I always forget to do it. Some Arabesh TIE Interceptor light armor class, and then here's the cross sail. I forget what this was called, the droid fighter from the Clone Wars. And then here we have the regular A-Wing, and then a Crimson TIE Interceptor, and Luke Skywalker's land speeder with Obi-Wan Kenobi, and that's part of the chase vehicles. And I'd like that one. Disney, StarWars.com, Micro Galaxy Squadron, and I do believe that covered the entire portion of the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure, the vehicle, and the stand, which I think is pretty cool, by the way. But let's start things off with the figure, molded in black plastic. Two little silver paint apps there, and on the back side, no paint apps at all. He does tend to be a bit glossy in areas, so there may be an overlay, or no, the pants are glossy too. So it's just a glossy sheen to the plastic, I'm guessing. There is nice molded detail for such a small figure, and I do think he looks pretty good. I mean, you can definitely tell it's a TIE pilot. As far as articulation goes, the legs bend forward about 90 degrees and back just slightly. The arms rotate 360 degrees, and they're connected together. The legs also are connected together. Now here's the stand, and the way this one works is the two bottom pieces of the wing slide into these two slots here on the side, and this piece out here keeps it balanced because it does a little forward here. As you can see, the way it's sitting now, it's leaned forward because it's resting on the front part of those wings where it is a little front heavy. You can see it does have some molded details in there, and like a vent here. It says Star Wars. It's got some panel lines in there. And some panel lines over there. But, you know, I think this is neat the way it works. And we'll get to that in just a minute. Now, as far as the main attraction, the vehicle itself, it does have lots of nice molded detail. And I mean, all this is molded. There are no stickers like the old Kenner style. And lots of little details in here. And I'm sure this is probably the same as the TIE Fighter, because they were the same. And even on that, you know, lots of nice molded detail there as well. You can see there's a hinge right here where this compartment opens up. You can see the engine. And then there's a hinge right here as well where the cockpit opens. And you can see inside there. And there's a little bit of molded detail. It's not a whole lot, but really there shouldn't be a whole lot going on inside there because you can't really see in there all that great. But you can see there's a seat, and you can see out the window, and you can see in the window some of the detail, not really a lot. I think mostly that's because of the glare here. But you can see there's some clear plastic on the inside of the canopy lid as well. And as far as how he goes in there, you can see there's 2 posts for the thighs, or maybe at the knee, and then down where the feet go. And it's not the easiest to get him in here, I'll go ahead and tell you. In fact, last time I did it, I had to use my handy dandy tweezers because I got big old fat fingers. And even with the tweezers, I still didn't get him in there very well. But something I can fix later. I don't have to fix it right now. And then, oh, what's this? I'm not sure what that's for. Oh, I do know what that's for. Well, I thought I knew what it was for, because it didn't say on the box. What is that for? Oh, there it is. See, it's an ejector seat. So, that's cool too. And then the way the stand works, again, is you line the bottom flats of the wings up with the channels, and oops, slid it too far, and then you slide it, and it kind of clicks into place when it gets in there. And as you can see, it sits level now. Well, that, my friends, is a look at the vehicle, the figure, and the stand. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the Micro Galaxy Squadron TIE Interceptor with pilot, the Micro Galaxy Squadron Harrison Dula's A-Wing with Harrison Dula, and the Micro Galaxy Squadron B-Wing with B-Wing pilot. For our final set of comparisons, here we have the Micro Galaxy Squadron TIE Interceptor with TIE Fighter pilot, and the Micro Galaxy Squadron Millennium Falcon with Han Solo and Chewbacca. For final thoughts on the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron Return of the Jedi 40th Anniversary TIE Interceptor, and pilot. I have to say, I really like this. The design, the TIE Interceptor, I always thought was really cool looking. And it just looks much sleeker and faster than the regular TIE Fighter. And of course, more, you know, it has more firepower to it, which in universe, you know, it has all that. You know, it is faster and a lot better armed. And this has nice molded details, you know, all the detail in the wing. It's no stickers like the old Kenner stuff. It's all molded detail, all sculpted. And I want to say Hasbro did one that had that same, you know, sculpted type detail in the wings as this one does. And so that's really cool. I mean, the TIE Pilot is a TIE Pilot. He looks like a TIE Pilot. It's small, it's not super detailed, but it's detailed enough that you can tell it's a TIE Fighter pilot. I like the fact this has an ejection chair. That's kind of cool. You can open the engine compartment. The wings do come off. I didn't show that in the review, but the wings do come off. They don't pop off like the old school Kenner stuff, but you can remove them. And I want to say probably the biggest surprise to me for this set was the stand, just the way it's designed, the way it holds the vehicle. And you know, they could have went with a standard flat stand that plugs into the bottom of the ball cockpit and, you know, interrupted the sculpt with that port for that stand, but they didn't. They did it this way, and I think it looks cool this way. I really like the design and kind of the thought that was put into this stand so that they didn't have to modify their original TIE mold for it to stand up, you know, sit like this. So overall, I'm pleased with this entry in this line. So pretty good. I like it. Well, that does it for the review. I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you're interested in supporting my channel further, I'm now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you, but only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more content or just help the channel grow, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.